Well, hello my loves and welcome back to Wedmin with Behind the Wand. In today's video, I'm going to cover one of the most requested topics, and that is, where do I start? You've gotten engaged, you've had your little love bubble, and now you want to get started on the planning. So stay tuned and we're going to get it covered for you. Okay, first up, before everything is enjoy your love bubble. Enjoy your engagement bubble that you're in. Don't feel that now that the ring has gone on, you need to go and book absolutely everything. Take your time, enjoy it, have some fun. It's going to be the only time, hopefully, that you ever get engaged. So enjoy this time with your other half. Go and celebrate with your friends and family. Throw an engagement party. What's more fun than a party, like, you know? And just enjoy the time of the two of you together. And then once you both feel that you're ready to move on to the next stage, then sit down and start the planning. So first up, the very first thing is your budget. I know this sounds like one of the most boring parts of wedding planning, but trust me, you will get to the cake tasting all in good time. But first, you need to have your finances in order. So sit down together and take a realistic view on both of your finances, how much both of you might be able to put in towards the wedding. Have you got any savings? Or are there any family members that are willing to help out with the wedding costs? Once you have that sorted, I highly recommend opening a wedding account, be it with your local credit union or your bank, whichever suits you best. And you can both be putting in your savings from either side all the way up to the wedding. And then when it comes to paying deposits and for paying your suppliers at the end, it's all coming from one account. So it just gives you a better overview of how you're getting on. When you're making out your budget, one of the main things that you have to take into consideration is how many guests are you going to invite? And the reason for this is because it takes up one of the biggest chunks of money, because what's one of the most expensive things is your venue and your food and all that incorporates. So do a rough guest list. I'm not saying make sure you have everybody included, but just a rough guide of how many guests you're going to have. And then that in turn will help you when going to view venues. Now you have your budget in place, it's time to think about the ceremony. Are you religious? Will you be having a church ceremony? Would you rather a civil ceremony? Or maybe you're planning on going abroad? Sit down together and decide what suits both of you best. Remember, you're going to have opinions coming left, right and centre on what you should do for the day. But it's about both of you, so make sure that you're choosing something that both of you want to have and not just based on others' opinions. If you have decided that you're going to get married at home here in Ireland, the next step is to go and source your venue. This honestly is one of the most exciting parts. I absolutely loved going venue shopping when it was my time. 7 years ago now, my God, I can't believe it's that long. But this is where your guest list is going to come in handy. So if you have done up your rough guest list, you will have an idea of what size venue you're going to need. So if you have over 200 plus guests, a little small country venue isn't going to be suited to you, and vice versa. If you only have a small guest list of 50 to 60 people, you don't want to be in a big, huge grand ballroom that could seat maybe 300 or 400 people and it just looks empty. So keep this in mind when you're sourcing venues. Choose maybe 3 or 4 that are around your area that you are interested in. Go check them out. Check them out also on days that they are set up for weddings to give you an idea and a feel of how the rooms are going to look. If you're looking for a little bit of assistance on what questions to ask venues when you go visiting them, check out the blog behindthewand.com. On there, you'll find a checklist of questions that you can ask your venue just to help you make that all-important decision. Now you really have the ball rolling. You have set your budget, you have a rough idea on your guest list, and you have also set the date for the big day. Next up, you need to register your intent to marry. This can be done up to a year in advance before your wedding date, but it must be done 3 months before the big day. So don't leave it to chance. It costs, at the moment, it's €200, a little bit of an unexpected expense to some, but sure look, can't get married without it, guys. And finally, you need to go and book the remainder of your suppliers. Now, I'm not going to cover all of the different suppliers in today's video. I'm going to give each supplier their own little slot to give you more information. But I do highly recommend attending a wedding fair in your area. You will meet lots of amazing suppliers and there's always great deals as well at these wedding fairs. So it's always a fantastic place to start. So until the next video, I will see you then.